Hi! Alright, we're going to try to do this much faster than we have in previous videos. This is take number, I don't even know anymore. Anyway, my name is Tammy, and you probably know me as Bildrat from Tumblr. And what I'm going to talk to you about is something that's been kind of bugging me lately, in the past few days, since Wednesday, really. So, for those of you who don't know, DC Comics, the people who created Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and the Justice League, have rebooted their entire universe this month. Like, entire universe. What they did was they took 52 titles and they rebooted them from the very beginning, from number 1, changing some origin stories for people like Jaime and Blue Beetle. They changed his origin story. Batman, they didn't really change it, so sorry, Bruce. Your parents are still dead. But oh well. Clark Kent's parents are now dead in Action Comics. So Superman doesn't have his mama and daddy anymore, which is upsetting. But oh well. But what people are most upset about right now is Wednesday, a bunch of comics with women leads were launched, and people are upset about the way that women were treated. They're saying that women are being treated as big, just sex symbols, and that they're not being respected or taken seriously or written like they should. Mostly, it's been one of the comics that has been under fire is this one, Red Hood and the Outlaws. Now, first of all, everyone was very excited about this title series because they were excited about that kid. His name is Red Hood, Jason Todd, and he used to be Robin to Batman until he died and came back, and people have been liking him a lot since he came back, and so they've been excited about the comic. He's starring with Roy Harper, Green Arrow's old sidekick, and Starfire, who, if you've seen Teen Titans on Cartoon Network, she's on there. Well, people are upset because she is, first of all, scantily clad. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I can just see everything. All of that orange skin just everywhere. Oh my god, it's so distressing. And then, they put her in a bikini, of all things. Because, you know, I can't find something like that on my rack at the store right now, can I? No, I can't. Actually, I can. So that's kind of the problem. Everyone's acting like this is some sort of conspiracy against women, and honestly, guys, it really isn't. DC is not trying to tear us down. DC is not trying to push back our plight so that we can't vote anymore. What it is actually not DC. It's actually Scott Lobdell and Kenneth Rocafort. Did I say his name right? Rocafort. I don't even know. I don't even care. Because the fact is that it's these guys' issue. They wrote her because comics are written for boys. As much as you all want to deny that, and as much as you guys want to freak out and scream and yell and rant, comics ever since they first came out, superhero comics have been written for boys. And consequently, those are the people who grow up to write them. So boys writing comics for boys results in Starfire wearing very little clothing and posing like she's on the cover of Maxim. Yeah, it's upsetting. Yeah, it's not cool. But am I gonna yell at anybody about it? Probably not. Because this medium is... I mean, it's kind of expected in this medium. And it is upsetting, and yeah, it probably shouldn't be something that I have to expect in this medium, because it's pretty sad. But I'm still not mad about it. Because, you know, you gotta pick your battles. I mean, as you can see, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not white. And I've had to pick my battles my entire life because I'm also not white and I'm not a man. So, you know, shit sometimes kinda sucks. I mean, at least I'm not Jewish because then I'd really be fucked. But this isn't a battle I'm gonna fight at all because she's still pretty badass in this. And another one in Catwoman, she is wearing very little clothing. For the first 2 pages or so, you don't even see her face, you just see her boobs and her butt in various states of dress, which is scandalizing. But what I have a problem with is that she has sex with Batman at the end, and I'm just mad because that's decades of sexual tension that has just been destroyed and turned into a sad porn. I mean, I love them as, like, sexual tension-y. But I guess not. So, people just need to calm down, really, because it is not some sort of conspiracy. It's those writers, specifically those writers, and you can say something to them, but don't rant and rave at them, and don't scream and yell all over Tumblr, and don't act so outraged because, holy shit, people are in bikinis now? What? You're supposed to wear a t-shirt and shorts to the beach. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I mean, do people even understand how ridiculous this is? Because, honestly, if it was, like, see, I'm upset, but to make me happy, all they have to do is take Roy Harper and put him in some sort of sexy pose for me. Give me a little fan service too, and I'll be totally happy. I'll be good, because, I mean, as long as there's fan service all around, then we're all equally debauched. And, it's just not as huge a deal as everyone's making it out to be. And, come on, women are objectified, but we do the same thing to men too. We objectify them all day. How many times have you called your girlfriend and talked about the cute delivery boy who comes to your office and just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about him? I have one friend who all she does is talk about men. All she does is talk about boys, especially men in uniform. She always wants a soldier because he's a soldier. Not because she has actually met him and likes his personality, but just because he's a soldier. It's the exact same thing as if a man liked me just because I was black. Maybe he just likes black chicks. And that's just all he likes. So he doesn't care what I'm like, doesn't care about my mind or anything. I just fit whatever hole he wanted to put me in. That's what she said. But, sorry, that was retarded. I don't know, we objectify men the same way. If you doubt it, look at the Chippendales. Exactly. There's Playgirl magazine. There is, oh, that story a few months ago where the guy who got his penis chopped off because his wife didn't want a divorce and he wanted one. And then she put it down the garbage disposal and it was just like, and it died. See, that's kind of disturbing. But I mean, it's funny because penises are funny. But, I mean, on The View, those women were just cackling about it. And it was funny for a second, but then after a minute, I'm like, this is kind of mean. He's not going to be able to have sex for the rest of his life. His confidence is probably shot. I mean, size definitely matters to him because he's just at a 0 at this point. I mean, that sucks. Seriously sucks. He can't even piss normally. He probably has a catheter. Oof. It's disgusting. See, and then the way I'm reacting to it, he's never gonna get a girlfriend. She's gonna look at him and be like, holy shit, you're like a mutant, you've got no dick. What's wrong with you? So, I mean, and we're cracking up about that. Do you realize the hypocrisy? Because if it was a girl, and if he had done it to his wife, and cut off, let's say, her breasts, and put them down the garbage disposal, or had circumcised her, because, you know, that's gonna, holy shit, if he had circumcised his wife, we'd all be singing quite a different tune because we all view that as terrible. And I don't see why we can't view it terrible the other way around. His dick got cut off. That's not cool. Starfire is in a bathing suit. That's not cool because of how scantily clad she is. But, I mean, I'm not gonna complain about it because I really don't care that much. I think the fact that you all care so much means that you need to chill out. Maybe you need to stop reading comics for a second. Maybe you need to watch some TV and learn that everybody has sex in media. It sucks. Sorry. But we're just kind of put into that situation. And maybe we shouldn't be the only ones that we can rely on to write women the right way. But at this point, we kind of do have to be. I mean, unless you want to get all of your, like, gay friends and go right. But if gay guys for women, that wouldn't be good either. And come on, let's be honest, when girls write women, we turn them into Mary Sues. It's really irritating. We write who we wish we could be. And you know, guys do the same thing. Guys write who they wish they could be. Have you ever read Twilight? She wrote Bella the way that she wishes she could be, and then she wrote all the boys like she wishes boys were. Sorry, if I was a guy, I'd be offended by Edward. I'd be really offended by Edward. My brothers are attractive guys, and they run around school and girls grab their butts because they've got cute butts, and they'll be like, oh, I love it so much, and, you you know, it freaks them out just as much as it would freak us out if a guy did that to us. So, stop it. And maybe you individually don't do that, but girls in general do. We treat guys like meat the same way that they treat us like meat. Maybe people just need to start treating people like people, and then we won't have this issue. Morgan Freeman said the only way to get rid of racism is to stop talking about it, and I have to agree with him. So with most cases in sexism, the only way to get rid of that is to stop talking about it. If you quit bringing it up and accusing everything, maybe it'll start going away. That's it.